It's coffee time. I just realized that it makes it seem as though I am yet again drinking from a plain mug, which we all know is obviously a lie. It must be the dragon mug. Won't that be sad? The older that I get, if I start using more and more plain mugs, it'll be like a metaphor. So today, Ro and I decided it was finally time that we go and get our mattresses, because those of you who've been with me for a while, you know I've been talking about this mattress for way too long, and I'm sure some of you were like, just go and just go get the mattress. And really there's no excuse, because it's one of those outings where you get to lay on a bunch of mattresses. It's awesome. And I've never had the experience of buying my own mattress. You know, I'm a new adult, right? I'm barely a new adult. But when we finally bought our mattresses today, we all high-fived and felt like actual adults. Mike came along just because family outing, why not? And we promised him food, which we delivered on, by the way. And I just need to tell you all of the things that happened, because okay, Ro had seen this kind of smaller mattress place nearby, and she said, okay, well, there's a place that's pretty close, maybe we should go there first, because, you know, what if we just get it done and out of the way? And I was like, sure, sounds good, I'm totally fine with, you know, trying a smaller place. I'm not super picky about my bed, but, you know, maybe I would wind up being, I don't know, but as of right now, sure, let's do it. So, we pull up, we start to walk in, and I'm like, oh, so many mattresses, look at the window, it looks so great, I'm so excited for this now. We open it up, we walk in, and there's no one in there. We're like, alright, open sign is definitely on, there are definitely mattresses in here, so we're in the right place. And we start to walk in, and this guy walks up from the back with a phone in his hand and looks at us, kind of like, says, can I help you? And Ro goes, oh, hi, yeah, we're trying to find some mattresses. We're looking for queen-size mattresses. We're gonna be buying 2 of them. And he goes, I'm completely out of queen-size mattresses for 2 weeks. And we were like, oh, okay. And he was like, yeah, so shop somewhere else. We were like, oh, alright. So we all just kind of like shuffle out the door, and I turn around and I look at them and I go, does he have bodies back there? Because here's the thing, we discussed this at length. Ro is like a full-on conspiracy theorist now, thinks that we should call the cops and be like, we have a tip, guys. But even if they're out of stock, most places would try to sell you a mattress and tell you, we will get this to you as soon as we can. This guy wanted us out of there, like, as soon as possible. And the second we left, he turned off the open sign. And Mike, being the nice guy, was like, well, maybe, you know, maybe he just had a divorce, maybe something really bad happened, maybe he's just having a bad day. And we were like, no, Mike, he murdered a dude. There are dead people back there. And then it developed into, this is a front business for some drugs. This is shady. It was so bizarre. Here's the thing that I don't get. On Yelp, they have, every review gave them full stars, but there are only 3 of them, and they all sounded like eerily similar. So I was like, it feels like one of those scenarios where you're trying to make yourself look legitimate, and you're like, okay, I need you guys to write reviews on Yelp that make us look like we're bomb.com, right? And then we walk in, and he tells us, go shop somewhere else. Get out. We were like, oh, okay. And then we were all sad. We're like, what if we can't find a mattress today? What if everywhere is sold out of queen mattresses? What if there is a queen mattress drought? We just don't know about it. So then start looking up other things. We tried to look for a Sleep Country USA. It turns out that's only a Northwest thing, even though it's called Sleep Country USA. We're like, oh, that's only in Washington and Oregon. Well, now we know. And realized very quickly that we had no idea what the common mattress companies are in California. So we just went by distance and said, all right, what's one nearby that has a lot of reviews and a decent rating? So we went to another place that looked a bit more chain-y. It was a bit bigger. It wasn't like Mattress World. It wasn't like, I have a mansion filled with mattresses. Would you like to play upon all of them? And we walked in with a little bit of trepidation. Like, what if? What if they're all mean? What if every person who sells mattresses is actually just rude and cruel? And we walked in, and the woman that helped us was the most darling person I've ever met in my life. I was like, you are so sweet. Oh my goodness. She like came out, and like nobody was hounding us. But I think that it was pretty obvious from afar that we were like kind of knew what we were looking for, but not entirely sure. And so this lady came over and she was like, hi guys, like, do you know kind of what you're looking for? Do you need any help? And we kind of gave her an idea because both Ro and I wanted like the exact same mattress basically. So we explained what we were looking for, what our price range was. And she was like, oh, okay, well, why don't you lay down on this one, and that one, and see how they feel to you. I'm helping someone else at the same time, so I'm gonna go check in with them, but I'll come back and talk to you guys in just a minute and we'll see what you're thinking, right? We were like, okay, cool. So we laid down on a bunch of mattresses and we were like, oh, these are all too soft. These are all way too soft. What we all wanted firm beds with pillow tops. We want squishy bed. Mike was laying on all of the beds even though they weren't for him. But we were just like, yeah, it was awesome. Just the laying on every bed. And they have like the little thingy at the end to make it so that your feet are protected. Like you don't have to take off your shoes to lay on the mattress. So it was awesome. Anyway, so we laid on all the beds and Ro and I were both like, they're all like really soft. Ro was like, I'm not like too picky about it, but I'd like to see if there's some other stuff just to see. And I was like, yeah, me too. So she came back over and we were like, we might be willing to up the price range a little bit just to see what else you have that's in like a firmer category. And she was like, all right, cool. So she took us over and showed us like 8 other beds. We're like, okay, it's getting intense now. All right, we know that we don't want any of those. So now let's lay on these and see how it goes. And these were just right. It was like we were Goldilocks? Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Yeah, I pulled from the right fairy tale. Don't worry, guys, I've got this. So, we started laying on all of these beds. We were like, kind of like squishing around. Everybody must have thought that we were like this weird, I shouldn't say weird, this alternative lifestyle 3-person couple. Because we were all like, oh, what about do you like this? Maybe we should, I just don't know, like, and we were all looking for the same bed, so it was just, I think everybody was a little bit confused, but that was okay. Yeah, so wound up, we didn't wind up getting the same bed. I wanted something a little bit firmer than she did. But we laid on all the beds, we found beds. It all went so smoothly once we got to this other place. Like, considering that we started off in a possible drug lord's house and then wound up at an awesome place where they were like, oh, look upon all of these beds. Oh, you like that one? Here. It's now yours. And we were like, you're the best. You're the best ever. And they're bringing it to us tomorrow. So happy. I'm so happy. But then it was a mad dash. We were like, oh, you're so great. Thank you so much for all your help. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how early it is. We expected to spend so much time. And she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad to help. Like, she was just so cute. And then we left and we're like, no, but for real, it's so early. What are we going to do with ourselves? So as promised, we all went and got food. It was delicious. Just to give you guys a heads up, because I know you're all foodies like I am, I had an entire bowl of matzo ball soup, and then I also had a pastrami dip, fries, and coleslaw. Alright, that's all I'm going to say about food in this episode, I swear. So then, we went to Bed Bath & Beyond, because we all needed some sheets and things. See this green thing right here? That has been my pillow since high school? No. No, my mom never would have let that happen. I had it in high school though. But it's been my primary pillow since I started college. Because I've always been kind of fine with not using actual fax pillows. But that's a body pillow, and the more that I've used it, the more it's just become flat. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get actual pillows. So I got 2 pillows. One of them is like super long and really hard. I know, make all the jokes. And then the other one is like really soft and short. More jokes, make all of them. And I got obnoxious hot pink sheets that Mike was so supportive of. I was like, is this too obnoxious? Is this really obnoxious? And he was like, no, it's great. It's awesome. You should totally get them. And I was like, okay. But what I didn't realize was that that long, hard pillow is a king-size pillow. So standard pillowcases don't fit on it. I didn't think this through. So you see that, oh, there we go. You see this little patch of white right here? I'm doing this so carefully because I can't actually make it work. That is the pillow peeking out. So I think that I'm just gonna get another set of the pillowcases and here, does it, okay, wait. Maybe it's because it's not close enough to you. Maybe that's why it looks red. Oh, it's so soft. I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, it looks more pink now. It looks pinker than my hair, and my hair is pretty, like, it's pretty pinky, guys. There we go. Yeah, I'm so happy. And I got a duvet cover. Duvet covers are so expensive, which I have... It cut me off because it didn't want me to talk about how expensive duvet covers are. Well, camera, phooey on you. Duvet covers are so expensive, which I have never understood. I've never been able to understand why duvet covers would be so spendy. It doesn't make any sense to me because it's not like you're buying a full-on comforter, right? It's literally a big pillowcase. Why is it so expensive? I was going to make my own duvet cover when I first got into college, and then I got too lazy. And I didn't have my own sewing machine anyway, but yeah, this whole experience of like buying a new duvet cover, which I loved it, by the way. I made sure that it was something that I just absolutely loved. It's like, if I'm gonna pay money for a really nice duvet cover, it's gonna be awesome. And it's great. It's white and it has the entire world. It's like a world map, but all of the countries are different patterns of fabric. It's so cute, you guys. I love it. I'm really excited for it to get here. It's supposed to get here on Monday. So by Monday, my bed will be completely fashionista. But yeah, duvet covers, why are they so expensive? I don't get it. I do not understand. Because they're so easy to make. It's a huge pillowcase. I'm done. It's just the truth. But yeah, so we got all the things that we wanted. I personally prefer, not that you care, but Ro got the fancy Egyptian cotton sheets. I've never liked those. They feel like paper to me. I don't know, they don't feel soft to me. I go for the jersey ones. Dude, it's so soft. Ever since I first got jersey sheets, I've never looked back. I always go straight to the jersey area, and comparatively, they're not that expensive compared to other sheet sets. So I'm always like, oh man, damn jersey sheets. They are so soft and stretchy. I love them. I might hate myself because it's so hot in California, but I'm not looking back. I'm not looking back because I just love jersey too much. But anywho, that was our adventure today. And all wound up being magical, and we had a lot of fun. Got to jump on beds like we wanted, and at the end of it all, like I said, we got to high-five each other and be like, we were adults, we did things today. We did things that have needed to get done for a while. And even though I'm probably going to be walking into my room and immediately tripping on a bed, now that I'll have a bigger bed, that's okay. If I have to get rid of this black runner right here, that's alright. We'll figure something out. I will figure something out to be able to still have that tiny TV next to my bed because it is mandatory in my life. I love it so much. Just having it right there. Oh my gosh, it's great. It's the best. Anywho, yeah, I hope that you guys had an amazing day. And if you can explain to me why duvet covers are so expensive, I would really appreciate it. But otherwise, I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. Okay. Bye-bye. Mwah.